Stine from Guitar Zoom here, and one of the really cool things that you can learn to do is the idea of chord chasing, okay, which is really just learning how to visualize chords in a space on your guitar and the scale that sort of corresponds with those chords in the same place. So what I'm doing right here is I'm using the chords G, E minor, and C, okay? And in this position, what I'm using is the G major pentatonic scale. So I'm playing 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 2, 0, 3, and 0, 3. So what I want to do is I want to visualize that scale with those three chords at the same time and then start creating some element of melody or repetition with those two interacting with each other. So for instance, over the G chord, what I want to do is I'm going to target this note right here, which is G. Now I might use some little licks around it, right? But that's the note I'm going to target. When the E minor comes up, then what I'm doing is I'm moving down and I'm targeting the note E. Okay, so right here I was targeting the note G. Here I'm targeting the note E. And then when the C chord comes up, what I'm going to do, and this is the really, really cool thing, is the C chord is sitting right here. But if we look at this note, which is the C, if we compare that to the pentatonic scale that we've got existing right there as well, the pentatonic does not use that note. So we're actually adding in this new note, this C, into our pentatonic. And it really is awesome because it's a different color. It's a different sound that we haven't heard before, so it breaks up the monotony. Okay? So what I'm going to do is just create this basic idea of going from G down to E and then up to C using that pentatonic scale, emphasizing those different roots at different times over each chord. Okay, so let me do it again for you. Here we go. Here's your G. Here comes E minor. Here comes the C. Back to G. Okay? Now, once you've established those notes, the next step is to start using connections between the notes. Now, you could think of this as meandering, right? So what you're doing is instead of just playing G, and then to E, which would be fine, right? We could do something with that. But what I'm doing is just a little bit of walking, a little bit of talking in between. So I've got my G, whatever it would be. Because my E, I gotta walk up to get to that C. Whatever it is that I would like to do, okay? But it's a really neat way of starting to create a basic melodic idea between these chords and the scale that they're created with, okay? So check that out and give it a try and see if you can start adding that in with your own playing.